Episode 8 of my realistic Atlanta Hawks franchise. We up to a 37-6 start so far this year after losing the first round to the Heat last year. Team that made it to the conference finals and lost to the Celtics. We just lost to the Wizards. Porzingis gave us 37-11. That Brad Beal still hurt. Jaden Ivey at 24, 38-13 for Trey Young in a loss. So far, we up to a 37-7 start. Super hot. Going to Houston. We're going to go back home against Portland. Beat the Rockets in a 5-point game. 27 apiece for Herter and Hunter, and 21 boards for Capella. That was a good team effort in that win. Capella been getting 14 rebounds a game this season. Now we're heading back home to face Portland. A rebuilding basketball team right now. They struggling. Still got Dame right now trying to stick it out. 35-11 for Trey Young. Go with 7 boards. Everybody chipped in. Good productivity so far. Luka Doncic number 1 in the MVP race. Pablo Banchero, Zaire Wade, Chet Holmgren Rookie of the Year race. Got Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, and Defensive Player of the Year looks early first, a little past the half-point way in the season. We lost to the Toronto Raptors at their house. Hardy got 19. DeAndre Hunter at 26. We couldn't pull off the W at that time. Damian Lillard, thinking about another contract, still there with Portland. We go back home to face the Lakers. Team that's over 1 game over 500. They playing a little better than last season. Bogdanovic led us to the win with 19 points, team effort. LeBron had 4 points and no Anthony Davis. That's probably the worst game of LeBron's career. He is old now. Left knee tendonitis, Trey Young will be out 6 to 8 weeks. We're going to miss Trey for a stretch here. We've been playing MVP level basketball so far this season, leading us to this top record. Let's see if we can continue to keep this up with him on the shelf for maybe an extended period of time with knee tendonitis. Raul Neto going to step into that starting 5. Going to need more reliable out of Collins and DeAndre Hunter, Capella patrolling the paint. Brent Forbes gonna get some minutes. Bogdanovic and Gallinari key threats off the bench. We're gonna play through John Collins, DeAndre Hunter second, and Bogdanovic third off the bench. Go-to guys. At home against the Pacers. A close game early, but we end up running away with it, beat the Pacers by 21 points without Trey Young. At 20 and 14 from John Collins to go with 3 blocks. Solid team effort. Neto with 14 points. We stay at home, face Phoenix on a nationally televised game without our superstar, but we like our overall team and playing this year with Nate Milliman. Doing a terrific coaching job, playing a lot better defense than last season. So we're off to a good start. 38 for DeAndre Hunter. Go with 28 for Collins and 26 for Bogdanovic. Got a lot of production from our team. A big win. We're going to look at the injury report so far this season. Josh Jackson tore his left ACL. James Wiseman tore his left ACL after just coming back this year, getting back healthy. Steph Curry down with the ruptured Achilles for the season. Ben Simmons still working his way back to Brooklyn. Hasn't got on the floor yet. And Mike Conley out 6 to 8 weeks. He's been having an effective year so far after 16 points. Obviously, our guy Trey Young is down, along with Jamal Murray. Luka still leading that MVP race so far this season. And staying home against the Chicago Bulls, who've been struggling as they lost Zach LaVine this offseason to the Detroit Pistons. He went and signed to play alongside Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham, and Isaiah Stewart. John Collins, 39 and 12, and 24 boards for Clint Capella. The guy's been stepping up without Trae Young, even though he's down. The overall sum of our team has been effective this year. That's why we have to this high start, 43 and 8. Terrific start. And especially been dominant at home. That's where we face the Rockets. And it's looking over pretty quickly. Beat the Rockets 131 to 83. 36 and 19 for John Collins. Big game. 20 boards for Capella, 25 for Kevin Huerter. A lot of guys stepped up and win. Go on the road to face the Indiana Pacers. The Blazers offered us Damian Lillard for John Collins and Danilo Gallinari, but it's not really a fit with our team. We already got a superstar point. Trailblazers traded Patty Mills to the Nets for Isaiah Thomas. And Kevin Love to the Hornets for Gordon Hayward. We got blew out by the Pacers. Halliburton gave us 35. Kevin Love, solid veteran piece, go to the Hornets. Open up some space. That long jam the forward position there with Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward can step right in Cleveland. They had a marketing plan of 3. They can split time there. Solid veteran. It's really a perfect fit for him. Now Raul Neto hurt. 2 straight losses. Lost to the Pacers and the Pistons. Raul Neto hadn't been shooting well, but he run the team. But now him and Trae Young out. Gotta go with a whole nother. We don't have another true point guard on the roster. Per se, no, we do have Sharif Cooper. He's a point guard. We're gonna start Brent Forbes, so have a shooter out there. They're shooting 50% from 3 this season. Collins had 38 and 15 and 30 for Hunter, but we still couldn't overcome the Pistons. Now we're coming into a game against the Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks, the top MVP candidate in the NBA right now. National televised game, no Trae Young. Looking at the Mavericks, they off to a 41-13 start, so they've been dominant behind Luka. Been playing like the best, arguably the 1 or 2, depending on him and Giannis, best player in the NBA. He's top for MVP voting at the moment, averaging 31, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Brought in Thomas Bryant, still got that core around him. They've been playing well. Celtics second in the East, right behind us, on 1 game back. You got the Sixers, the Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, who haven't been as dominant. They kind of low on the standards. You got the Brooklyn Nets. They're 31-21 with Ben Simmons, still pending to come back. So when he gets back, that gives them that team an extra boost. Dallas running away with the West right now, 4.5 games ahead. And Golden State still pretty competitive, even without Wiseman and Curry for the rest of the season. Los Angeles Clippers, they 2-way guys, competitive ball club. Minnesota and LA battling for the bottom of the West. And the Bucks just put off a blockbuster move, moving Drew Holiday. There's some added pieces to bring in Damian Lillard, multiple first-round picks. So Damian Lillard on his way to Milwaukee. solidified that a true star with Giannis, true superstar to go along with him. Traded Bobby Portis and Drew Holiday and a couple first round picks. So the Bucks looking to continue getting Damian Lillard. He got up out of Portland. He said that they want to play with a superstar, it'd be Giannis, and he's playing what it's gonna look like. You got Russell Westbrook set to enter free agency this year. As the Lakers, they're bottoming out right now in the West. They're not a little better than last year. Got the 8th seed. There was some major moves. Giannis in Milwaukee. I mean, not Giannis, but Damian Lillard in Milwaukee. That's a major move to pair him up with Giannis and Chris Middleton. So they did lose Bobby Portis and Drew Holiday, key pieces, but you gotta move players to get superstars. Just got blown out by the Dallas Mavericks. 38 points for Luka Doncic, 23 for Dinwiddie, 22 for Thomas Bryant. So the Celtics only a half game back for behind us for first in the East right now. They dropped a couple games, lost 3 straight. It's a pretty competitive Eastern Conference all the way down to the lowest teams. Now looking at the All-Star teams announced: Bam Adebayo, James Harden, Clint Capella, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown had a terrific year. You got Joel Embiid, LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Giannis. LaMelo Ball making his first appearance as an All-Star starter, made the All-Star team last year. And you got Cat, Paul George, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Zion Williams. In Deep Western Conference, Anthony Edwards been going after 27 a game this year. You got Ja Morant. Back and down. This was going to be a competitive All-Star weekend this year. We're looking at the East got a lot of teams on top. On the West. The top 2 teams in the East going at it at our house. Facing the team who lost in the finals last year to Golden State, but now Golden State's probably not going to win this year with Curry out, so it's probably a chance for a new champion this year. We blew out the Celtics 131-113 without Trae Young. 30 points for DeAndre Hunter, 17 for Brent Forbes, at 5 threes in his first game. He had to start at point guard for us. Had 5 blocks for Clint Capella. Jason Tatum had 35, but we still got the W. Now we get ready to head to Portland and face Chet Holmgren, Drew Holiday and company. Luka Doncic still the number 1 MVP candidate, followed by Tatum, Jokic, Giannis, and Trae Young. Trae Young averaging 30 points and 10 assists. Could arguably be at the top of that if he would have been healthy. Missed a lot of games, missed 11 games so far. Zaire Wade, Pablo Pincheiro, Jaden Ivey, Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year race, Tyler Hero, Killian Hayes, top of 6 men. Got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the same team. Rookie of the Year race, and DeAndre Hunter at the top of that most improved race, averaging 19 points for us. Top 5 in the East: Milwaukee, Miami, Philly, Boston, Atlanta. Still got Brooklyn and Detroit looking effective. Since Dame got to Milwaukee, just had 22 against the Lakers. He lost against Portland, he had 31. Denver second in the West, Dallas first, Phoenix third, Clippers up there, Rockets at the bottom of the West. And we went to Portland and lost. Chet Holmgren had 22 points and 8 rebounds, 21 for Anthony Simons, 23 for DeAndre Hunter to lead the way in a losing effort for us. The trade deadline coming up. The team's going to try to make some moves at the last minute, if any. You know, we like what we got, especially with Trae Young coming back. We're playing solid ball without him. But bringing him back is going to be a big plus for us, having our superstar back in the lineup. Create easier shots for our team. guy that's at the top of the charts was Trey Young. Get him back to the number one option, and Collins and Hunter. Conway been playing solid backup center. Now we ain't gonna make no moves at the deadline. Went to Minnesota and beat them by 9 points. Shut down Karl Towns. Trey Young had 34 and 10 in his first game back. Back-to-back road games. Went to Sacramento and got a W. Behind 26 from DeAndre Hunter. He only missed one shot, 6 out of 7 threes. 47 and 12 start, make that 48 and 12. Went to Denver and got a W, 29 for Trey Young. Got the last game for the All-Star break. Go home and face the Hornets. And we running away with this. They came back and made it a game. They almost lost. The game should have never been that close. 30 for Hunter, he's 6 threes. Almost averaging 28 games so far this season. We up to a 49 and 12 start at the All-Star break. We off to a hot start. Boston 47 and 13, and Philly 3rd, Miami, Milwaukee, Detroit, Brooklyn, and Cleveland. And Toronto towards the bottom half of the East. Ben Simmons back for Brooklyn. They're gonna be able to see their team in full strength. How dangerous can they be? Dallas still at the top of the West, followed by Phoenix. Golden State still holding on the 3rd seed without Steph Curry and James Wiseman. Got the Clippers, Denver, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Timberwolves. These All-Stars again going into All-Star weekend. Eastern Conference. We 23 and 3 at home. We 26 and 9 on the road. Best home and road record in the league. Luka, Jokic, and Bron. Clint Capella made his first All-Star team. Best team in the East. 12, 14, and almost 2.5 blocks. Been playing great for us. James Harden. James Harden gonna play with Clinton All-Star game again. John Moran, starter, and Zion. Devin Booker hurt. Don't need a replacement for this All-Star game. It's gonna be Brandon Ingram. The league approved that. Pelicans playing great ball. They deserve to have 2 All-Stars. Chris Paul gonna be the only All-Star representing the Suns with Devin Booker out. You got Karl Towns, Anthony Edwards averaging 27 a game. Klay Thompson, 23 points a game. That's career high. Kawhi Leonard. Dunk contest. Zion's gonna participate in the 3-point shootout. Trey Young, Kennard, Klay, Cat. Kevin Huerter got a pinch nerve. Let's see if it might be, possibly could be healthy by the time All-Star break over, but you're never sure. We're missing our starting 2 guard. Been playing well this season. Gonna spill more minutes for Boban. Where's Danilo Gallinari? He's a key contributor. Always a key contributor at that stretch 4 spot. Give Ron Neto some minutes too. Solid point guard. DeAndre Hunter get more responsibility. All-Star weekend. Yeah, Luka Doncic, the MVP frontrunner at the break. Trae Young in the top five. Zaire Panchero at the top of the rookie race. Killian Hayes, Tyler Herro, Giannis. Defensive player of the year race. Damian Lillard went to the Bucks in a blockbuster. New injury alert. Matisse Thybulle going to be out an extended period. Rookie challenge game. Rising Stars won, led by Cade Cunningham at 24. Go 4 blocks. 3-point shootout. Trae Young in the dunk contest with Zion Williams. We're getting ready for the All-Star game on Sunday. East versus West. Eastern Conference got a close win led by LaMelo Ball, won the All-Star Game MVP with 23 points. Trae Young at 22, and the West was led by John Moran and LeBron James. Anthony Edwards at 7 in his first All-Star game. No contract extensions we could make, but we won't make right now. We getting ready to face the Memphis Grizzlies, a tough team last year. Probably could have beat Golden State had they been healthy. John Moran got hurt. We beat Memphis 152 to 107. 36 for Hunter, 33 for Collins, and 26 and 14 for Trae Young. That was a blowout win. Trae Young still averaging 30 and 10 so far. They're staying at home to face the Detroit Pistons. Another somewhat of a surprise team in the East. They've been playing great. They've been beating us regularly when we play them. They beat us again, 121-109. 28 for Sadiq. We are missing Kevin Huerter, so we're waiting on him to come back. Trae Young is gassed right now. We give him a rest to try to prevent an injury right now. Danilo Gallinari out. Looks like a season-ending injury too to Danilo. That's a big loss. Stretch 4. We depend on to give us some added scoring. It's a major injury. Brent Forbes gonna run out there at point guard. Give James Ennis some possible 3-and-D minutes. We got a deep roster. That's a good part. Type of situations come up, we can get some guys some minutes, get some experience, just because we need them in the playoff series. Get them to play some minutes and get some experience on the court. We going extremely deep right now. Going back home to face the Pistons. Try to get a win versus the Pistons. They've been had our number this season. We can get the win right here. We lost by 5 points. It was 2 straight losses to the Pistons. 27 for John Collins, but it wasn't enough. 31 for Sadiq Bey. He's getting about 30 a game when we play them. Kevin Huerter back now. Cracked neck vertebrae. It's a crazy injury. And 36% from 3. CJ McCollum broke his vertebrae. He out for the season. So a lot of people, 2 people broke their vertebrae. Zubac out for the season with concussion. Brent Forbes, man, over rest. Being too tired. Bogdanovic can be able to move back to the bench. With Herter coming back, don't gotta rely on him to score too much. He ain't been as efficient this year for it. Find out, get back to the right rotation we need to get back on that winning streak. We started off the season hot. Now we didn't hit a stretch where we've been struggling past since the All-Star break. And James Ennis gonna have to get more minutes with Gallinari out. That's a big loss. And he wasn't even really part of the rotation, but we signed him as insurance for an injury. So we're gonna need him to step up. But our starting five is healthy though. Trae Young, John Collins, Herter, Hunter. Looking at this MVP race, Luka's been top of the MVP standings all season long with Tatum right behind him, Joker, Giannis, and Trae Young fifth because of games missed probably. Paolo Banchero, Sire Wade, Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Hartenstein, Spencer Dinwiddie, and 6-man Love. Most improved Herter, Emmanuel quickly. Cunningham don't really know why he in there. Hamidou Diallo. We feel the second in the East right now. We half game behind Boston. And the Bucks starting to pick it up. The Pistons, they done got on the street. Brooklyn fell all the way to 8th in the East. With Ben Simmons returning, they've been struggling. In the West, you got Dallas who's the top, followed by Phoenix. Pelicans at third. You know, they lost C.J. McCollum for the year. Grizzlies starting to gain ground on everybody. They were 6th in the West. They got the Clippers 5th. Golden State fell to 7th. We got the Minnesota 8th and Lakers 9th. The Lakers victory trying to get into the playoffs this year. And Portland been playing still pretty competitive since trading Damian Lilard. Got a nice young team, some solid veterans. League leader in scoring right now, Luka, followed by Tatum and Trae Young, Zion Williams, and Donovan Mitchell 5th. Rebounds led by Joker 14 a game, Gobert 14, and Capella all at 14 a game. Trae Young leads the league in assists, Draymond Green 2nd, Killian Hayes 3rd, and he don't even start. Jimmy Butler leads the league in steals, Gobert leads the league in blocks. 3-point percentage, Frank Jackson and Sadiq Bey top 2, followed by Klay Thompson. And field goal defense, Norman Powell, Jaylen Brown, and Bogdanovic 3rd. And field goal percentage defense. We the 3rd highest scoring team in the NBA, but still got the best defense. So we getting ready for this game against Dallas, trying to get this dub and get back on the winning ways to be first in the Eastern Conference.